Welcome to this mini lecture on the topic of how learners with communication disorders are handled in an inclusive setting. This mini lecture composed of introduction, body, and conclusion. Inclusive education has become a popular approach to educating students with diverse needs, and learners with communication disorders are, are an essential part of this group. Communication disorder can present unique challenges for these learners, such as difficulties in expressing themselves, understanding instructions, and social interaction. Therefore, it is crucial to understand the strategies and approaches that can be used to support them in an inclusive setting. In this mini lecture, we will discuss the definition of communication disorder, the challenges learners face, strategies to support them, and the roles and responsibilities of teachers and, and support staff in an inclusive setting. Communication disorders are a group of conditions that can hinder a person's ability to effectively communicate with others. These disorders can be divided into three categories. These are speech disorders, language and social communication disorders. Speech disorders occur when a person has difficulty producing or articulating speech sounds. For example, the stuttering is a common speech disorder where a person may repeat or prolong sounds of syllables, while dysarthria leads to slurred or mumbled speech due to difficulty controlling the muscles used for speech. Aprasia is another speech disorder where a person may have difficulty coordinating the muscles used for speech, leading to difficulty saying words correctly. Now we have language disorders. On the other hand, affect a person's understanding or use of language. Expressive language disorder is a condition where a person struggles to express themselves through language, while receptive language disorder affects a person's ability to understand spoken language. Now, social communication disorders, such as autism spectrum disorder and pragmatic language disorder, involve difficulties in social interactions that rely on language, such as understanding social cues or using language appropriately in social situations. Communication disorders can have significant impacts on a person's social, emotional, and academic well being. Early intervention and treatment can help individuals with communication disorders improve their communication skills and overall quality of life. Inclusive education is a beneficial approach that promotes equal opportunities and access to education for learners with communication disorders. However, learners with communication disorders may face various challenges in an inclusive setting, which can impact their academic and social progress. Some of the common challenges faced by these learners include difficulty expressing themselves and understanding instructions, misinterpretation of nonverbal cues, and body language, social isolation and peer rejection, and academic underachievement and low self esteem. difficulty in expressing themselves and understanding instructions. So these learners with communication disorders may find it difficult to express themselves verbally or in written form. They may struggle to convey their ideas or thoughts, which can impact their ability to participate in class discussions and engage in group activities. Additionally, learners with communication disorders may have difficulty understanding instructions given to them, leading to frustration and a lack of engagement in the classroom. Second, misinterpretation of non-verbal cues and body language. So these people with communication disorders may have difficulty interpreting nonverbal cues and body language, leading to misunderstandings or miscommunication in social interactions. They may struggle to understand the tone of voice, facial expressions, or body language of others, which can impact their ability to form positive relationship with peers and teachers. Social isolation and peer rejection. Learners with communication disorders may feel socially isolated and experience peer rejection due to their communication difficulties. They may struggle to make friends or participate in social activities, leading to feelings of loneliness and low self esteem. Academic underachievement and low self esteem. Communication disorders can impact a learner's academic performance, leading to underachievement and lack of motivation. Learners may feel discouraged and develop low self esteem due to their communication difficulties, which can further impact their academic progress and overall well being. Fortunately, inclusive settings can provide support to these learners through speech and language therapy, specialized accommodations, and positive reinforcement. By addressing these challenges and providing appropriate support, learners with communication disorders can achieve academic success and develop positive social relationships. To support learners with communication disorders in an inclusive setting, there are several strategies that educators can implement. One such strategy is the use of assistive technology, which includes tools such as communication boards and speech generating devices. These tools can assist learners in expressing themselves and understanding instructions, thereby improving their engagement and participation in the classroom. Another effective strategy is the use of visual aids, which can include pictures, videos, and written instructions. Visual aids can help learners with communication disorders better understand information presented in the classroom, as well as provided additional context to aid in comprehension. Peer support is another strategy that can help can be helpful for learners with communication disorders. This can involve the use of buddy system or peer tutoring, which can provide additional support and encouragement for learners who may feel socially isolated due to their communication difficulties. Direct instruction and modeling of social skills can also be beneficial for learners with communication disorders. This can involve teaching specific social skills such as turn taking and active listening, as well as modeling appropriate social behaviors in the classroom. Finally, modification of the curriculum and assessment methods can be helpful for learners with communication disorders. This can include providing additional time for assignments and assessment, simplifying language in instructional materials, and incorporating alternative assessment methods that allow learners to demonstrate their knowledge in ways that do not rely on verbal communication. Overall, these strategies can help to create a more inclusive and supportive environment for learners with communication disorders. Teachers and support staff play a critical role in creating a supportive and inclusive inclusive learning environment for learners with communication disorders in an inclusive setting. Some of the key roles and responsibilities of teachers and support staff include: first, collaboration with parents, speech language pathologists, and other professionals. Teacher and support staff need to work collaboratively with parents, speech language pathologists, and other professionals to develop and implement effective strategies to support learners with communication disorders. This can include sharing information about the learner's strengths, challenges, and individual needs, as well as working together to develop personalized learning plans and goals. Second, individualized education planning and goal setting. Teacher and support staff should develop individualized education plans and set specific goals that are tailored to the learner's unique needs and abilities. This can involve identifying appropriate accommodation and modifications to the curriculum and assessment methods, as well as setting goals related to communication skills development and social integration. Third, thirdly, ongoing monitoring and evaluation of the learner's progress. So, teachers and support staff should monitor and evaluate the learner's progress regularly to ensure that the strategies and accommodations being implemented are effective. This can involve tracking the learner's academic and social progress, identifying areas of strength and weakness, and adjusting the strategies and goals as needed. And lastly, providing a supportive and inclusive learning environment. Teachers and support staff should create a supportive and inclusive learning environment that promotes the learner's participation and engagement. This can involve providing positive reinforcement, peer support, and opportunities for social interaction and collaboration. It only means creating a safe and safe and welcoming space that fosters a sense of belonging and respect of diversity. In conclusions, learners with communication disorders face various challenges in an inclusive setting that can impact their academic and social progress. However, with the right support and accommodation, they can achieve academic success and develop positive social relationships. Strategies such as assistive technology, visual aids, peer support, and direct instruction of social skills, and modification of the curriculum and assessment methods can be implemented to support their learning needs. Teachers and support staff play a critical role in creating a supportive and inclusive learning environment and must collaborate with parents, speech language pathologists, and other professionals to develop individualized education plans, monitor progress, and provide appropriate support. Inclusive education is a fundamental right and it is our responsibility as educators to ensure that all learners, including those with communication disorders, receive the support and accommodation they need to succeed. Thank you.